Hey Jim, I'm trying a new diamond stone. I got a 200. I had a 400. I had this 400 and it took forever. So I'm gonna try the 200. So this is the first time I'm trying it. Hopefully it'll be faster. It feels faster. Man, it feels like it's taking material off super fast. I have too much water in this pan. I don't like that. I don't like the way it feels. But boy, it's working fast. I do like that. This may be a very short live video. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wish I'd have done this before. Oh, heck yeah. This usually wears me out on Sunday mornings. That's why I always hesitate doing it. But it needs to, look at that. Look. Look how fast this is working. Now this is the 1,000 stone. I'm gonna do the 6,000 next. Well, look at that. Oh, and I like the finish of it too. That feels really good. Batista, thank you very much. Yeah, no kidding. No, it's more like 20 minutes every time I've been doing these stones. Let me make sure I got it good and smooth. Wow. Wow, I really like that. So 3 minutes. It took me 3 minutes to do the 1,000 grit. All right, let's see how long it takes to do the 6,000. Thank you, sir. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna start in the water. I got too much water in this pan. I need to pour some of it off. I got this diamond sharpening stone from Amazon. I think it was $20. Well worth the money, I'll tell you what. We're getting there. Look how fast that is working. I think I'll make a short out of this next time and put a link to it So it's 200 grit on one side and 600 grit on the other for 20 bucks. Man, that's a bargain. I forgot what I paid. This is a 400. It's only one-sided, and I forgot what I paid for this one. And I can't remember where I bought it. Either Sharpening Supply or Amazon, one of the two. Wow, look at that. Got one little spot there, and so less than 4 minutes on each one of these. I should have did this a long time ago. Live and learn. Got a little bit of right there I don't like. Super smooth except right there. I can kind of feel it, and there's a little area right there. So I'm going to work it, even though the pencil's gone, I'm going to work it a little bit more and get a little smoother. Walter, thanks for watching again. Oh yeah, so we're smoothing out that stone. Right there, there's just a little bit of spot. So, Sunday mornings I usually do the stone maintenance. And usually doing the two stones, it takes me at least 20-30 minutes. There's still a spot right there. It feels nice and smooth everywhere, but right there. And I want the 6,000 stone to be nice and flat, nice and smooth. This is what I finished the salon shears on. I don't have any shears to sharpen so far today. Oh yeah, that's much better. A little bit more. There's still just a little lines right there. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the 400 now. I've got it nice and flat. Let's switch to the 400 because I want to make sure that both of those stones are good and smooth. So we're going to switch out the 200 diamond plate for the 400 diamond plate. And just do a little refreshing. Let's see if we can dry it off real quick. I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business grow. Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit too aggressive for a finishing. I can see the marks on it. It flattened it. So I may have to use two. Let's do this. Let's see how fast on the 400 it works. So we're just doing a little Whetstone maintenance this morning. I try to do it every Sunday morning. I probably should do it a little bit more often during the week. I don't know how many salon shears I did this week. I don't know, maybe a couple dozen, so I probably should have done it more. I cannot, Umbo, but I'm sure there's people who can. It would take a long time to get it sharp on something like that. But I guarantee you there's some people out there that can do it. Look at that. We're not quite there yet. I'm gonna, oops. I don't like this new, I bought a new holder and I don't like it. It doesn't tighten up like the other ones do, so I'm gonna have to buy another one. I would use belts to do it. When somebody brings one of those in, I usually use my belt sharpener. You can check out my my YouTube page and see how I sharpen on belt sharpeners. But that's just me. Once again, there's plenty of other ways of doing it. So Jim, it's going to take me a little bit more time than I thought. Well, you don't need to wash your diamond stone. I mean, you can get the impacted material off of it. Keep in mind, I'm using the diamond stone to refresh my ceramic stones to make sure they're good and flat. But you could, if you sharpen a lot with the diamond stone and it does impact material on there, you probably ought to clean it. I did. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not as smooth as I wanted it to. It left a rough edge, a rough surface. And we're going to do the same thing to the 6,000 stone, just to be sure it's got a good smooth edge on it. And I need to spread this video out, or this live stream out, as much as possible, so. Still got that right there. But it feels much smoother. And I'm wondering if I should go to the 600. I think 400 is enough. That looks good. I feel pretty confident with that. There we go. This is a brand new stone. All right, so here's the 6,000. Let's run it over the 400 grit and see how it looks. $163 people watching. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We are Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. We're just doing a little Whetstone maintenance this morning. I use the stones throughout the week. These are my stones that I use for sharpening salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. And so they need to be really flat. And so on Sundays is usually my morning to do the maintenance on them to make sure they're flat. And so we're using a diamond stone, diamond plate basically. make sure they're flat and smooth. And so I was trying out a new one this morning. This is a 400 grit, and I bought a 200, 600 grit diamond plate to speed things up a little bit. And I didn't really like the way it finished the 6000. This particular stone, it didn't finish it the way I wanted it. Now it is. Now it's feeling smooth like I want it. So I just want to make sure those pencil marks are all gone. And we have a nice fresh finish on the stone. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. And we've gotten some business from our YouTube channel. We get a little bit of income from our YouTube channel also. Helps us buy abrasives, helps us buy that plate. So, helps our business out. And your support is greatly appreciated. Put a little bit more downward pressure on it. I got too much water in this pan. I should have poured some of it off. This is a 6000, a Sharpen 6000. Jesse, thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. I hope you're a subscriber. I'm always trying to come up with some content. I do the same things over and over and over again, so it's pretty boring. Well, I'm not sure it's an art. I'm not sure mine is art anyway. I learn something new all the time by watching other people on YouTube, talking to other people like Jim there at Homespark Knife Sharpening. If you're not subscriber to his channel, you need to. Homespark Knife Sharpening in Aurora, Illinois. Jim's very supportive of my channel, and I appreciate it. So he and I talk from time to time about sharpening. So Jesse, make sure you subscribe to Jim's channel there. Well, I do most of my sharpening with machines. If you look at my channel, all of my knives are done on a machine. I do too many knives every week to do them by hand, but you have to have whetstones for the salon and barber and pet grooming shears. To do the ride lines, you have to do that. We're almost there. Appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. How long have I been sharpening knives for? I am 60 years old, and I probably sharpened my first knife at around 8, 10, when I was in Cub Scouts. My father was an old machinist, and so he taught all of us boys how to use whetstones at a very early age. I probably got my first pocket knife at about 8 years old, I would think. And I even have a little Whetstone around here that I got, I think at 12. I still have it. As a business, I've been doing it for 10 years. I started the sharpening business as a side business, just as fun, while I was still working full time. And it kind of exploded. And 5 years ago, I quit my full-time job to do the sharpening full-time. I'd actually planned on going back to work. And about 2 years into it full-time, I said, you know what? I'm not going to sit in an office anymore. I'm going to do this full-time. And it's been the best 5 years. Last 5 years have been the best 5 years of my working life. We're getting there. I want it very smooth. Still got that and that. Well, Script Bot, appreciate you coming back. Yeah, I told you I'd probably turn the camera back on when I got to the maintenance part of the Whetstones. Feels much better. So I was worried about the finish that the 200 provided. It didn't feel smooth to me, so it didn't work the way I wanted it to, but I thought I'd give it a try. It flattened it faster, but it didn't get as smooth as I wanted it, especially on the 6000 grit. I want this thing very smooth. I think we're almost there. And the more time I spend online, the more subscribers I get to the channel. The more subscribers I get, the more income I make every month. So I appreciate everyone watching. I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. And I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It does help our little business out. Christopher, I'm using a diamond plate. This is a 400 grit diamond plate. So what you're telling me, Jesse, is you didn't get your totem chip? I was the totem chip assistant scoutmaster for years. I always taught those kids how to take care of their knives, knife safety, and I always signed off on the totem chip. That's funny. Yeah, I've seen that too. But at least you tried. And it gave you an appreciation of sharpening a knife. All right, I think we're done. I'm not going to worry about those little edges right there. I think it's nice and flat, and it's got a very good smoothness to it. That's going to drive me crazy. This is an Atama. Yeah, you're correct, Christopher. This is an Atama. This is some oddball brand that I bought on Amazon. I like it. I mean, it worked pretty good to start, but it didn't leave the finish like I wanted it to. Maybe I'll try the 600 next week. There you go, Jesse. That's how you learn. Somebody asked a question. Let me go back. Oh, that was the same one, Christopher. You know, Christopher, I started off with the old stone ones, and I didn't like those. I didn't like the finish it did. So somebody on YouTube suggested the Atama diamond, and I like it. So far, I like it better. I think what I'm going to do the same thing every week. I'm going to start with the 200, and I'm going to finish with the 400. I may even try next week finish with the 600. I mean, you want good, flat, smooth whetstones, especially for your salon and barber shears. There we go. We're good. We're good to go on that one. All right, so we got them all done. I've got to dump the water out. Leave the gate open, would you? Leave the gate open. Y'all can watch the dogs sleep. Leave the gate open. No, Christopher, I haven't worn one out, but I broke one a couple weeks ago. The stone that I broke was pretty thin, and I had it for about 10 years, but it still had years left in it. All right, I'm done. I just wanted to clean up the pan. I hope y'all subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody out there. So what I was doing was I was flattening these two stones. These are the stones I use for sharpening salon and barber shears. One is 1,000 Sharpen stone, and the other is a Sharpen 6,000 stone. And I had been using a 400 grit diamond plate. Excuse me. I'd been using a 400 diamond plate to flatten these every Sunday. Sunday is my maintenance day for my whetstones. And it took so long with the 400, I decided to go find a 200. And the 200 did work a lot better, but it didn't leave a smooth surface like I wanted on the stones. So I had to go back to the 400. Next week, I'm going to go try the 600. But I'll show you what I had been using. So these are the first two flattening stones that I had, and I don't know what the grit is on them. You know, there's a rough side and there's a smooth side, and it just took forever. So that's the coarse and the fine. Both of these just took forever, so I needed something that was a little faster, and so I went to the 400. It was still not fast enough, so I thought this week I would try the 200, and it was faster, but it left the Whetstone, especially the 6000, a little rougher than I wanted. So, you know, you experiment with these things and see how they work for you. And this week I'll sharpen some salon and barber scissors, and I'll have a better idea of how the finish on the two stones were. Hey, I appreciate you watching, Jesse. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and you can contact me through my website if you have questions. So here's my contact information. Check out my website. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram and TikTok. I try to post something every week on those other platforms, and I try to post something every day or so, or two, on YouTube, because the YouTube channel seems to be growing faster than anything else. Jim, thanks a lot, buddy. As always, I appreciate it. Y'all, make sure you subscribe to Home Spark Knife Sharpening there. Jim is in Aurora, Illinois. He's a fellow sharpener, a friend of mine. We always like to support each other as sharpeners. So check it out. Unless y'all want to see the dog sleep more, we're going to go. Dog sleeping right there, listening to music. Hope everybody has a great Sunday or Monday, wherever you're at. Cheers. Thanks for watching.